Residential or data center proxies? What's the right choice for your stack? These two proxy types work very differently, and choosing the wrong one could cost you performance, trust, or scale. Let's break them down one by one so you can pick the right tool for your infrastructure. Residential proxies. They use dynamic IPs assigned to real devices by ISPs. So when routed through these IPs, your traffic appears organic, location accurate, and indistinguishable from everyday human activity. Here's what that actually means for your workflow. Higher trust and fewer blocks as requests route through real, consumer-grade IPs. More reliable automation by emulating natural user behavior across platforms. Accurate geo-targeting with massive, diverse IP pools tied to real-world locations, and exceptional flexibility supporting both rotating and sticky IPs for stateless and session-based workflows. But with great flexibility and trust come operational trade-offs. Here are a few things to consider when working with residential proxies. Performance can be inconsistent due to reliance on real residential networks, and costs can be higher due to their authenticity and sourcing integrity. So when does it make sense to use residential proxies? Thanks to their high trust levels and dynamic nature, these proxies are ideal for large-scale web scraping on protected platforms that deploy anti-bot systems and rate limiting, ad verification across global regions and ISPs, localized search and content validation with precision and geographic accuracy, fraud detection and abuse simulation to uncover spoofing, impersonation and behavioral anomalies, and market research and price intelligence without triggering platform defenses. And of course, residential proxies should always be ethically sourced and your provider compliant with data regulations. That's not just good practice, it's how you keep your infrastructure sustainable. Now, what about data center proxies? They use synthetic IPs hosted in high-performance server infrastructure. These are enterprise-grade IPs designed for speed, volume, and control. What does that actually mean for your setup? High throughput, powered by direct connections to robust hosting infrastructure. Cost efficiency at scale, especially for operations with heavy bandwidth or long runtimes, and predictable performance with consistent uptime and network conditions ideal for automation and testing. However, there are some downsides to using data center proxies you should be aware of, such as lower trust levels, since these IPs don't originate from real ISPs, making them easier to flag or block, and higher detection risk on platforms that use advanced anti-bot systems, especially if fingerprints aren't managed properly. So when should you use data center proxies? They're perfect for environments where performance matters more than authenticity, such as high-volume data scraping on low-risk public-facing sites, SEO monitoring and keyword tracking, load testing and QA in staging environments, e-commerce price and product tracking on platforms that tolerate automated access, and task automation and scheduling at scale where performance predictability is key. Keep in mind that not all data center proxies are created equal. Some are shared across multiple users, which makes them more affordable but also easier to detect. Others are dedicated just for your use, giving you more stability and cleaner results. The right choice depends on how critical trust and consistency are for your task. Now let's compare residential and data center proxies side by side to see which one fits your setup. IP source. Residential proxies come from actual devices using ISP-assigned IPs, while data center proxies use synthetic IPs hosted in data centers. Trust level. Residential IPs offer high trust and blend in as real users. Data center IPs are more likely to get flagged by strict platforms, especially if they're free or shared. Speed and latency. Data center proxies deliver consistent high-speed performance, while residential proxies may vary based on the end-user network. Detection risk. Residential proxies blend in as real users, so they're much less likely to get flagged. Data center IPs, on the other hand, are easier to spot and block, especially on platforms with advanced anti-bot defenses. Scalability. Both scale well, but data center proxies are more affordable to scale for large workloads. Cost. Residential proxies are usually more expensive because of their authenticity and high trust scores. Datacenter proxies are more cost-effective, especially for high-volume or performance-driven tasks. So where do residential proxies shine and where do datacenter proxies take the lead? Use ethically sourced residential proxies for platforms where trust and human-like behavior are crucial, like ad verification, advanced web scraping, or emulating regional user behavior. Go with datacenter proxies when you need raw performance and cost efficiency, like SEO monitoring, QA testing, or mass data aggregation on scraping-friendly websites. Subscribe to IPRoyal for more proxy tips and integration guides, and keep your workflows running at scale.